versions of Warcraft 2 and 1.
Oh, I know, on the YouTube's
so
live, you can watch it to
experience the
1440p.
From the very beginning. These remasters have brand new, hand-drawn visuals that capture the original art style from each game. And you'll be able to swap between the original graphics and the remastered versions in real time. For Warcraft 1, we added modern controls such as right-click move, bandbox select,
am I feeling
and
rest and
faster
relaxed?
game
Nope.
speed. Both games
more
have
relaxed,
also
yeah. Rested.
various UI and UX improvements such as tooltips and health bars, mission select screen, and an increased unit selection. Warcraft 2 will still have multiplayer functionality, and all legacy custom maps will still be fully compatible.
Okay, we'll do a little tech session after this. We got to figure out the 720p issue.
We are also bringing back the Warcraft battle chest.
There, thank you for the 51 True. Thank you for the T287 George. Thank you for the T383. You back home, dude?
So here's the 30 years of Warcraft,
guys. Welcome back.
and I can't
Tuvia,
think of a better way than celebrating than reliving the story from the very beginning. Oh, did I mention this is all available?
Take your time,
right
Jason. No worries.
The tides of darkness have come again. What are you doing, my son? Succeeding you, Father.
Is audio okay outside of the echo for alerts chat?
Betrayed.
Like all the levels are normal and stuff?
Must lead your people to their destiny.
Upgrade the light at the end bricked. Yeah, okay. That one's been on the fritz for a while though, but we just need to swap controllers out. You're banging in Dragon Age? And Warcraft RTS is a classico for sure. I was in the hospital for 3 months there. You have a lot of gaming to get to. How many controllers have you gone through? I don't know. 6 to 10. There's a controller already programmed for it, and just more or less needs to be plugged, and then the software needs to be set. But it just like started working again, so we left that old controller in. But every once in a while, you see now it's back to working. It's just like it's a little. We should probably just swap it, but at some point it's probably going to give out entirely. It's like very slow to respond to commands, but the lights are literally working, you know. Bye, Sniper. Thank you for the 1, 2, 3. It's a lot of months, brother. That do be a lot of months. I'm gonna look on the side here now.
Job's done.
It's pretty amazing to think that Hearthstone turns 10 this year. It's been such an incredible decade. Together, we've made the tavern a place for sharing joy, excitement, and some very tall tales indeed. We've made friends with Murlocs, battled old gods, and now we're traveling through space. But for me, the most incredible thing of all is that I get to work on my favorite game with such an amazing team. Ever since Hearthstone came out, we've been with you on that road to legend. I remember on my first climb to legend, I had played something like 500 games in 1 month. And as the clock ticked to midnight, I was 2 wins away and didn't make it. But I played another 500 games the following month and made it. Shout out to Darkshire Councilman. But those 1,000 games pale in comparison to the more than 160 billion games that we've all played over the last decade. And that's not counting Battlegrounds. Can you believe that it's been 5 years since the mode launched at
Jason, I think you the 79er.
That's 5 years
Panda,
of
thank you for
building
the 81 T2.
magnetizing mechs,
Sorry, the alerts are off chat right
completing
now.
quests,
They're
and
like
collecting
echoing and shit.
trinkets.
We got a couple things to solve.
It's been awesome to
completely
watch
did
Battlegrounds grow from what was
I did a
pitched
complete
as the
wipe of
biggest
Windows
tavern
over
brawl
these past few
ever
days on the streaming
into
PC.
what it is today.
It seems to have
We
fixed
are
a lot of the
so
CPU
thankful to our
issues,
community
but
for being
now,
with
you know,
us
we got to
over
deal
this
with
incredible
whatever
decade,
is wrong.
and we're looking forward to the next 10 years in the tavern together. The future is packed with even more places to explore
I don't really play
and adventures to share. More
Battleground
expansions,
that much.
more mini sets, and more surprises. Now, let's take a look at what's just around the corner.
Wait, is this Rumble? No, it's Hearthstone, right? Yeah, it's Hearthstone.
One of the amazing
I met
things
this
of
guy.
working at Blizzard is
He's a nice guy.
getting to watch other teams pushing the boundaries on their own games. I think we're all genuinely fans of what our coworkers are up to, and it's really special when we find moments to collaborate. What's up, everybody? I hope you're enjoying your adventures among the stars in the great dark beyond.
Yeah, it's been fun. King
We
Kebab,
love
thanks for the
working on this
75.
expansion
Xeno, thanks for the
and wanted
42
to take
primer.
our next mini set further into the cosmos than ever before. Prepare to travel beyond
Delete
Azeroth
Reno.
beyond Warcraft, and into Heroes of StarCraft.
What?
I'm super excited for this mini set. It's the first time we've ever explored another universe this deeply in Hearthstone. A ton of people on the team, so much love for StarCraft. So being able to bring it into the Hearthstone Tavern has been incredible. Some might say, it's about time. Obviously, we knew we had to go big. The Zerg, Terran, and Protoss factions are represented on cards via a faction banner.
Just leftover from
Not only do the cards in each faction work well with one another, they're also usable across multiple classes. Each of the factions also has a hero card featuring one of the most iconic faces from StarCraft. The Zerg are led by the Queen of Blades herself,
anything? Nah, just Warcraft is getting
Sarah
reforged,
Kerrigan.
like the RTS.
She gives Death
and now we're
Knights,
talking about
Hunters, Warlocks, and Demon Hunters access to an aggro playstyle with near endless swarms of Zerg cards. After all, what would a StarCraft mini set even be without its own version of a Zerg rush? For the Protoss, we have the legendary Artanis, seeking to unify his people. He grants his powers to druids, mages, priests, and rogues. He focuses on powerful, high mana cost units and uses the psionic powers of the Protoss to make those cards cheaper. And finally, who else could we have to lead the Terran besides the iconic Jim Raynor? Thanks to him, warriors, paladins, and shamans will get a hold of the new starship keyword from the main set. But these aren't your average starships. They're battle cruisers. When we first started working on this mini set, we went to the team and asked, what does this need to have in order to truly feel like StarCraft? We've made sure to represent as many units from StarCraft as possible. There's even one character from Warcraft that snuck their way into the set. Grunty, the Terran armored Murloc. On top of everything else, Heroes of StarCraft has more cards than any mini set we've done before. There's so much to explore here. So many strategies, so many interactions, and so much StarCraft nostalgia. And we might have some special music as well, just for the occasion. Heroes of StarCraft is coming in January 2025.
Interesting.
But there's even more coming up for Hearthstone. We're making some big changes to Arena.
As Leo mentioned, Arena is getting a major glow up. But first, let's talk about what makes Arena special. Arena is Hearthstone's premium draft mode, where you build your own deck from scratch at the start of every run. It's all about you flexing your deck building skills and card knowledge to defeat your opponents. And believe it or not, Arena has stayed mostly the same for 10 years. So we thought it was finally time for a little bit of an update. From now on, there will be 2 kinds of Arena to choose from. Normal Arena has a shorter format that lets you complete your runs more quickly, but still gives you that awesome competitive Arena experience. And after you've established yourself in the normal Arena, you'll be able to descend into the dark, dank cellar of the tavern, where challengers are engaging in high-stakes card play in our Underground Arena. Underground has a distinctive basement aesthetic.
What's Arena? There's like a couple of different game modes to Hearthstone. The popular ones are ranked and
This means that when you lose, you'll have the option to redraft cards and edit your deck, refining it to up your chances of winning as you take on more hardened challengers. We heard you also want a way to show off that you're an Arena champion. We got you. Arena ratings will be available for both the normal and Underground modes. Ranking for the 2 are separate, with the usual skill-based matchmaking in normal Arena. But in Underground Arena, you'll be throwing caution to the wind and facing off against opponents of all skill levels. Whether you're an Arena veteran or maybe you just haven't clicked that Arena button in a while, we hope these changes offer you another exciting way you can enjoy your time in the tavern with us. And I'm happy to tell you all of this will be coming in the first half of next year. Now, here's Tyler to share even more of what's in store for Hearthstone.
Hey everyone. As you can see, we've got a lot of really exciting things planned for the next few updates. But what kind of game director would I be if I didn't spill even more beans about what's coming next? It's going to be the year of the Raptor, and you'll be going on some awesome adventures in some of your favorite Azeroth locations. Next year, we kick things off with one of our most requested settings as we journey into the Emerald Dream.
Oh shit,
Here you'll find yourself in the middle of a legendary face-off between the druids of the Emerald Dream and the forces of the Old Gods. They'll be fighting a high-stakes battle over the fate of the World Tree in our first expansion of the year. And things are going to heat up even more
dude.
when the Druids of the Flame light up the mini-set. Our second expansion is also Hearthstone's first ever sequel, as we go back to Ungoro Crater. Join Elise on the hunt for a mythical lost Tortollan city. Spoiler alert, keep an eye on that volcano. After uncovering the secrets of the lost city, take part in a grand celebration in the 33.4 mini set.
Was the last one like
party-loving Tortollans are
Sands of
hosting a
Time
festival in honor of the mighty dinosaurs
Chromie,
of the
Bronze
crater,
Dragonflight,
and we'd hate for you
etc.?
to miss out on all that fun. Closing out the year is our third expansion, where you'll travel with Chromie through alternate realities
Bro, I can't
to
stand
recruit legendary Warcraft heroes like you've never seen them before.
But thanks for
This
the
all
1
leads
year.
to an epic showdown against Murazond at the end of time.
Congrats on the new badge, brother.
And you won't believe what happens next. You've seen just how much we've got in store for you over the next year. Heroes of StarCraft, revamped Arena, and 3 awesome expansions. We're incredibly excited, and we hope you're incredibly excited. Thank you so much for being part of this incredible journey. 10 years in, and our adventures in the tavern together are only just beginning.
Blizzard has this awesome tradition
Rumble.
of sharing the journey that each team took to bring
Man,
their
Rumble
games
fell
to
off
life.
big time for me. I really enjoyed it for a few months, but
I think this museum is
Yeah, they
a
really
beautiful
need a PC
way
client,
to
I
relive
agree.
the memories of development
needed it
and
a
share
year
that
ago.
passion with the rest of Blizzard. What's up, everyone? It's been about a year since I stood on the main stage of BlizzCon and we launched Warcraft Rumble together with all of you. And what a year it's been. All of us on the team have had so much fun watching you dig into our game and explore the hero collection, the army building, the nail-biting finishes. You've beaten over 900 million bosses. And on the matter of Alliance versus Horde, you picked Team Jaina almost 10% more. But maybe, most importantly, you've summoned over 1 billion angry chickens. That's 2 billion chicken wings.
Cut.
In just a
Going back
second,
one.
we're
Jeremy, we're trying to shoot Rumble here.
Oh, Rumble? Oh, I know a little bit about that. Scoot the camera. Cool. Awesome. When we started working on Warcraft Rumble, we wanted to make something that harkened back to our strategy roots. Like the first time I booted up Warcraft 2 on
Hard to
my
believe
dad's
it's been a year.
PowerMax 7100 66 AV. I'm stoked to play those new remasters. But we also
It's been a
wanted
year
to do
since the
something in
last
our
BlizzCon.
universe that we'd never done before.
just over a year.
So we started imagining that maybe somewhere in the Hearthstone Tavern, there was a mysterious arcade machine that printed miniature versions of the heroes and villains of Azeroth and zapped them to life for you to collect and command. In those kind of early days when we were establishing the art style of Warcraft Rumble, we wanted a sense of tactility. We wanted to be able to pick up and touch the art that we were creating inside of the computer. So some of us went and printed minis and painted them up.
Bro,
like
ain't
this.
no way they're
And that's
announcing
kind
mini
of really where all
for
this
painting.
came from. All of these minis were painted by our team. And, well, if I'm a little bit biased, but this little guy's my favorite.
what does that say underneath?
Oh, under here? Yeah. Oh, it says Jeremy. But we've done more than paint minis since our game launched. We've added new dungeons and at least one new mini every single season. We've got the Dark Moon Fair, new zones, and a whole new family for you to experience in the game. We added our first raid, Molten Core, and laid siege to Stormwind. In our latest season, we even bust down the doors of Ironforge. And we ain't stopping there. are
Gartan,
we,
dude, thanks for the 57
Yeah,
primer.
let's talk a little bit about what's coming up. Starting right now, if you hop into Rumble, we're running our first anniversary event with some truly excellent loot.
We're celebrating 1 year of Warcraft Rumble, so if you jump in after the stream, you'll be able to snag some super cool
I'm gonna
rewards,
take a picture of your
like
screen.
the very valuable-looking gold cobalt, which we affectionately call the Kogald. Okay, have you scanned this thing yet? Great.
We've also been working on
This is
something
code
really
gold instead
exciting
of
for
bold.
later in the season. There are some characters in Warcraft that don't fit so cleanly into just one of our families. So we're adding split leaders. These leaders belong to 2 families at the same time, which really expands the possibilities of how you build out your armies. And we're not just adding 1 split leader, we're starting with 3. Up first, fighting for the Alliance and Cenarian families, is Malfurion Stormrage. And representing the Horde and Blackrock families, we got Chieftain and former War Chief Orgrim Doomhammer. And finally, leading Undead and Beasts is Anu Barak. But before any of these 3 new leaders join the fight, we're going to be reworking one that we released this time last year. Sylvanas Windrunner is finally taking her rightful place among both the Horde and Undead.
Sylvanas.
We've got an awesome season ahead of us.
I think I figured out the 720p thing. We'll do it after this
right there
presentation.
with you. To our amazing fans, thank you for an incredible first year of Warcraft Rumble and for your unwavering
it's a new
support.
Twitch feature.
Your passion fuels our
What a great
creativity
feature.
and truly drives us forward. But there was one more thing we wanted to talk about. Jeremy? Right? There was one more thing we wanted
I'll
to
deal
talk
with it
about,
after
right?
because I got to restart the stream real quick after the Warcraft stuff's done.
Nope. That's all I had. See you later.
Oops. PC client. Wait, what? It's got to be PC client. There it is. Bro, this needed to happen a year ago. Beta in December? Ain't no way, cuh. I mean, it'll get me playing again for sure, but yeah. Alright, it's WoW time.
We are so excited that you're here to celebrate 20 years of World of Warcraft with us. When the game first came out in 2004, I remember Facebook had just launched. I'd been in the game industry for a handful of years when I picked up WoW, and I was in awe. Even when I was running about and exploring on my Night Elf Hunter, I made friends who would group with me and tackle just about anything, including helping me save 40 gold for my first mount. I loved it. I still do, just like many of you. And as most of you know, the game saw absolutely explosive growth in the early years and brought multiplayer gaming to the mainstream. That in turn created countless friendships, camaraderie, and escape for people every day. It still does 20 years later. We dug into our history and discovered that across 2 decades, together, we've accumulated 1 billion days of time played in Azeroth.
I don't know if that's impressive or sad.
So many of you have joined us over the years. Some of you have met partners in the world and gotten married. Some of you have even named your kids and pets after characters and locations in the game. Veterans from all over the world. Those who are hearing or visually impaired or have physical challenges. We've welcomed seniors, even whole families playing together with their kids, and so many more who call our world home. No matter who you are, when you come to Azeroth, you can live how you want and be who you want to be. It's a gift for so many, and certainly to us. We feel it every day. One of those special stories is live now on Netflix, and a documentary called The Remarkable Life of Evelyn. Mott Steen, who played a character named Evelyn, lived a life in Azeroth that he couldn't in the real world.
It is quite good.
He suffered from Duchenne muscular dystrophy for most of his life and fought it courageously alongside his incredible family, who I'm proud to have met and fallen in love with. Because of Mott's and his role-play guild called Starlight, his family discovered the power of online game communities and advocate for gaming around the world as a source of joy and companionship. Sadly, Mott's was taken from this world and Azeroth far too soon. Because of Mott's and stories like his, we were inspired to create a charity pet program for Classic and our modern game to support Cure Duchenne, a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving and extending the lives of those affected by Duchenne muscular dystrophy. We want to thank you in advance for giving to this cause that offers support to people just like Mott's. This little cutie is Revan, and he's available until January 6th. He was inspired by the detective agency Mott's created for his busy roleplay life in Azeroth. Right now, we have our 20th anniversary celebration running in-game. We've got modernized Tier 2 armor sets, classic time walking, new world bosses, trading post items, rewards, and more with all that nostalgic flavor. In the War Within expansion that we released a few months ago, we've taken the leap into the first chapter of the World Soul Saga. More coming on that. And of course, Classic is always cooking. But this moment is about you. You're the thundering
you like the new
heart of
John
World of
Haidt now?
Warcraft and always have been. Stay tuned as we share what we are serving up for you.
Don't worry, 5% of profits
for
go to
making
charity,
Azeroth
too.
a place you call home.
Yeah.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Clay and I are so excited to be here today during this anniversary celebration to talk about what's coming up for WoW Classic.
I can't believe that after 20 years, my Orc Warrior is still finding new adventures in Azeroth. Shout out to all my buds in Tacondrius.
Feels like just yesterday I was on my Night Elf Druid, ganking some buddies on the Teneris realm at the Crossroads. Sorry about that.
God, I can feel the
Being on the
scripting,
Classic
dude.
team and getting to help contribute to this incomparable legacy, which has breathed new life into the original Classic experiences, I'm not sure anything compares
swear to
it.
God,
I
every
love
single
how vocal
time-
and passionate our player base is, not only about what
Every
parts of
single
WoW's
time
history
there's
they want
like
to
a
see come
big
back,
Warcraft
but also
announcement
their
event
passion for
thing,
things we
it's
try and
like
have
new people
experimented
I've
with.
never seen
Speaking
before.
of us taking some pretty big swings,
In terms of,
in
like,
Season of
people
Discovery,
talking,
we
announcers,
loved
devs.
watching you use your new class abilities, take on our
Like, every
all-new
single
level
time.
up raids, find secrets, and team up to defeat Ragnaros and Nefarian. We're looking forward to the AQ war effort,
I think that's the
unlocking
point.
very,
Well,
very soon
I think
here,
you
which
could
will
take that
lead
one of
right
two
into the
ways, and
launch
both
of
are
the
fair.
Encourage raid.
Go,
This will bring
baby.
new changes and
Thank you for the
surprises that we can't
T3122,
wait
man.
to bring
Are
to
you back home?
Fun new mechanics, difficulty changes, new rewards. You know us well enough by now to know exactly how we'll mix it up as you wager
Well,
your
part of it
sanity
is
for
I know
ancient
because I've
Karaji
talked to
riches.
them that they try
Beyond
to
that, for
rotate new
Season of
people
Discovery,
in,
we have
but
one
they have to
more
go through
phase
like
to
a
come.
specific
We
training
previously
course for
announced we will
it, for
progress
PR.
through all the
The other
phases
is
of the
straight up
original
they've been laid
Classic
off a
era.
lot.
So get ready not only for Naxxramas, but new instance content
Nax
featuring the
Ram
Scarlet
ass.
Crusade, as well as adventures in Deadwind Pass. Now to Cataclysm Classic, where we recently launched the legendary Firelands. You've undertaken difficult challenges,
One of the most
besting Ragnaros
overrated raids ever.
and his feet, and are hopefully a few
Nice
steps
kill.
closer to getting your very own Dragon Wrath staff. We're looking forward to bringing you the final phase of Cataclysm Classic when our Hour of Twilight patch and Dragon Soul raid launch early next year. I know you Classic players out there must be curious where we're going next. But let's be honest, you know where we're going next.
Oh shit, here it is. MOP Classic. Remakes was only the beginning. Throwing a fun best raid ever? I mean, it was a fucking. It's definitely one of the best raids ever. I don't know, the best. Oh, the graphics are a little weird. Blackheart Foundry is not a very good one. Oh shit, dude. I'm gonna play a bit of that at the beginning.
The Classic team is proud to announce that Missa Pandaria Classic is coming. and we can't wait to bring it to you next summer.
But again, I said
with
that
its
for all of them, and
legendary
then, like,
class
didn't last very
design
long.
and incredible raids and dungeons set amongst a gorgeous environment and backed by an unforgettable soundtrack. We'll be traveling back to experience all that Pandaria has to offer together.
When do they
Mr.
stop with this?
Pandaria Classic is super exciting
just gonna
for
go all the
all
way
of us,
up to, like,
as well as
BFA?
Season of Discovery, and we love that we'll continue to be on that journey with you. But we know we spend some time on the internet, and we've heard some of you out there, you want something fresh.
Which is why we are so pleased to announce that we are bringing you the Classic experience. All new Fresh Realms with the WoW Classic 20th Anniversary Edition. And it's happening soon.
How soon, Clay?
Actually soon. These realms will be going live next week on November 21st, but you won't have to rush to level 60. Classic is all about the journey after all. As we've made a change, and our first raid, Molten Core, won't unlock for a few weeks after launch.
Get fucking
We'll be launching realms of all flavors. PvP,
Wait,
normal
hold up.
PvP,
All right, so
and
years
for the
ago we
very
memed
first
that.
time,
Are they just going to keep
Hardcore,
relaunching
which will
Classic every
progress
few
through the
expansions
phases
and
in
call it
lockstep
Classic
with the other
2?
two.
And
This
that's actually
means a
literally what they're
fresh start
doing? Or
for everyone at the same time, together, on a level playing field with fresh economies on very large realms.
If you missed out on jumping into WoW Classic's initial launch in 2019, this is the perfect time
Bro,
to join
ain't
our
no
community.
way.
These servers
Like,
will
actually
also
ain't no
launch with
way.
some of the quality of life features that
So
came
is this
later
one
on,
just gonna
like
get
the
up to
Chrono
MOP and then they're gonna
Boost
launch
Laser
Classic,
Saber world buffs,
Classic,
and
Classic?
the improved PvP honor ranking system. And yes, we're also pleased to announce that these realms will progress to the Burning Crusade Classic.
Ain't no way, bro. Actually, ain't no way,
Launching
dude.
these servers close to the exact date World of Warcraft came out 20 years ago, alongside all the work we're doing for Season of Discovery, Cataclysm Classic, and Mists of Pandaria Classic means so much to us. We love this game, and we love the community that has made Classic Realms their home alongside their friends.
From all of us on the Classic team, thank you. This amazing journey is one that's been co-written by you, our incredible community.
Hi everyone, we're in the middle of such an incredible moment for World of Warcraft. The World Soul Saga kicked off in August with the launch of The War Within, and we have been so excited to dive into the expansion alongside
looking
all
rough.
of you. Whether you enjoy raiding, dungeons, delves, PvP, collecting appearances, pets and mounts, role-playing, or exploring the open world, we hope you found a part of Azeroth that brings you joy. It's humbling to be standing here on the eve of WoW's 20th anniversary. Looking back, 20 years ago, I was fresh out of school,
I had to
and I
tweet
had
out.
just seen enough of the beta to know that I needed to play this game, and then immediately stopped to avoid spoiling the experience for myself. I'd booked a couple days off work for launch and was looking forward to really diving into Azeroth.
So
a
weird
little
seeing
did
with
I
the
know
beard,
that
dude.
my server would be offline for the first few days due to overwhelming demand. Shout out to Mal'Ganis. But even less could I imagine how this game would in so many ways define the rest of the course of my adult life. So, let's talk about what's coming up for World of Warcraft.
Is that a
Starting
beard, some
with what's on
stubble?
the horizon.
I mean, it's
We have
facial hair on an
1107
otherwise
Siren Isle,
usually
which
very
is currently
clean-shaven
up
face.
on our public test realms. This update will go live next month, and it has something.
Didn't they say
for
they have some
everyone.
very big
On the
announcement
narrative
during this
front,
direct?
This update includes epilogue quest
Or
lines
is that
for Dalaran and the
bullshit?
Kirin Tor. No spoilers, but this storyline features the mysterious Haranir, who also played a starring role in our expansion release cinematic. We'll also
up,
get
Ricky?
into the prologue for where we're going next, but more on that in a minute. 1107
That
also,
was
of
it?
course, brings its
Wow,
namesake,
classic,
the Siren
classic?
Isle. A new outdoor environment to explore, full of mysteries to uncover, and rewards to help catch up
Yeah,
your
could be
alts
console
and
WoW.
prepare for the next War Within
Could be
season ahead.
Game
Plunder
Pass
Storm
WoW.
is returning, this time with a Plunder Store to give you more flexibility in earning your rewards instead of that linear renown track.
God damn it, dude.
Also making a return will be the latest iteration of our Turbulent Timeways event and a Winter Veil revamp. We can't wait for you all to experience this update next month. As an additional treat, for those of you invested in the story of the War Within, we will be releasing a novella that explains exactly what happened to Jaina and Thrall after they left us. This novella is narrated by none other than Chris Metzen and available today. So, I know many of you have already seen 1107, but you have to be wondering where the War Within is going to take us after that. Okay, so following Xal'atath's trail is going to lead us to a location that I've been personally excited about since we first settled on the idea of an underground expansion. Undermine, the capital of the Goblins' trade empire.
Interesting.
Fittingly, our name for the 11.1 patch is Undermined with a D. Now, this is a city unlike any city we've seen before in World of Warcraft, standing as a testament to the intelligence and creativity of the Goblins
patch, hard
as
pass.
masters of technology and alchemy.
Cold, man.
And as our adventures continue, we will learn more about Goblin culture than ever before. What's important to them, what problems they're trying to solve, what they're capable of as a society. Everything that makes them truly unique, beyond the humor and the explosions. Though, just to be clear, there's going to be a whole lot of explosions. You'll arrive at an Undermine that's plunged into conflict between the 4 major Goblin cartels: Steamweedle, Blackwater,
Motherlode coming back next
Bilgewater,
season?
and of
I didn't mind
course,
Motherlode.
the Venture Company.
Most.
You will align yourself with a group of your choice and run into notorious goblins like Monty Gazlo, Renzik the Shiv, Baron Revelgaz,
They literally all look the same.
Noggenfodder, and more. Now, if you're going to be in cahoots with a Goblin
What did he
cartel,
just-
you can't be seen rolling around in anything less than a truly blinged out ride. So early on, you'll earn a vehicle designed just for Undermine to push the boundaries of locomotion within World of Warcraft. Undermine was built for speed, with roads designed for driving, which is just as well, because this car travels much, much faster than your regular ground mounts. You can also further adjust your car's driving characteristics.
Wait, no
Do
flying?
you prefer grip, or do you want to drift more? Do you want more acceleration, even if it's going to come at the expense of your top speed? That's up to you. You can try it all and rule the streets of Undermine, living your life 440 yards at a time. We'll also be adding a new dungeon in Undermined, Operation Floodgate, which is a race to stop a
is this
group
their
of
mega
goblins
dungeon?
from blowing a dam
What they
that would
usually
bring
do.
ruin
And
to the
then
Ringing Deeps.
8 boss
This
dungeon, they
dungeon
split
will
it into
also
2
be
for M+
immediately
later.
available as part of our new Season 2 dungeon pool on
Oh.
Heroic, Mythic, and Mythic Plus difficulties.
Okay, never mind. They changed it up a bit.
Alongside the 4 other launch dungeons and 3 returning legacy dungeons. Now, we'll have many more details in the weeks ahead, but I can tell you that one of those legacy dungeons, naturally, in light of our goblin theme here, is the Motherlode from Battle for Azeroth. Continuing to build upon one of our favorite parts of the War Within, this new zone brings with it 2 new delves for you to explore, and we're creating new variations on the existing delves.
Bro.
We're also introducing seasonal updates to Bran Bronzebeard, a new adversary to follow Zek Veer, and a new set of goblin-inspired curios for
All right.
Bran. Of course, a new season also means a new raid zone. We have an 8-boss raid called The Liberation of Undermine coming your way, which takes you through the streets of the city and into the magnificent Galagio, brimming with color and extravagance, that also hides the dark secrets of its owner, the one and only Gallywix. And for the arena PvPers out there, we're also introducing a new arena map set right amidst the city.
Wait, is it a fucking meme raid? It's like a fun raid?
Now, some of you may be wondering how Xal'atath fits into all of this, and how goblin politics relate to the
Rafe
fate of
Miyagi.
our world soul. But rest assured, Undermine plays a vital role as a continuation, a next chapter in the many stories that are unfolding in the War Within. We will have a lot more to share on that front in the months ahead.
Well, I mean, what I mean by meme is like, you know, it's like not like a serious story raid where you're
And
facing a
that
villain.
is just the
It's
beginning
like a for
of what
fun.
we have planned for the next year. Now, as you can see, 2025 is going to be an incredible year for both modern and classic WoW players.
Okay. Bro, I mean, this direct is literally
As the World Soul
just
saga continues to unfold,
their
we are
attempt to
reflecting on
fill
these
in
past
BlizzCon
20 years
announcements
with
is what
immense
this is,
gratitude as
right?
we lay the foundations upon which to build the next 20.
Like, what's the big
On behalf
announcement?
of the entire World of Warcraft team, thank you so much for being the heart of the history of Azeroth. Whether you've just joined our community, been with us for the last 2 decades, or somewhere in between, thank you for making Azeroth your home. And speaking of home, the team does have one more thing
Okay, here
to
it
share
is.
with you.
Here we go. It's Game Pass or consoles, one of the two. That's it. The cinematic cost us a raid tier, by the way. Player housing? No. Player housing in the next expansion? Holy. Okay, I'm actually on board with that.
Thank you
Ain't
for
no
joining
way.
us today and for being with us for the past 3 decades. The Warcraft universe is a living, breathing world that's been experienced by over 250 million players around the globe.
All righty.
That's millions of stories,
honestly, not what I was expecting. In a good way.
And as the years have passed and our communities have grown and evolved, the statue behind us reminds us all how important Warcraft is and continues to be. It serves as a reminder of our shared passion for building Azeroth together. And it's you who truly bring Warcraft to life, our players, and the communities you are a part of. Thank you for being the lifeblood of this world that means so much to all of us. 30 years of history is the perfect foundation upon which we will build for the bright future ahead, and we can't wait to walk that road alongside you. And before we go, we want to share something very special. This September, 190 performers took to the stage to celebrate 20 years of World of Warcraft with a series of concerts in Switzerland. Prepare to dive back into the history of World of Warcraft through its incredible soundtrack performed live. And whether this music invokes cherished memories or you're hearing some of these pieces for the first time, we hope you enjoy the performance. Here's to the next 30 years.
Cool. Yeah, those are all like standard ass announcements except for the housing. Housing big, dude. That is, I'm excited. Bro, I mean, I've literally been bitching about housing for like a decade now. A decade. Spatters, dude, thanks for the 16er. Okay. Housing, meh. I like housing. I like the, it gets me to be interested. Like, it depends. I mean, knowing them, if they lace it in properly, I hope at least. It gets you to get involved in a lot of aspects of the game that you wouldn't regularly get involved in for some players. Because it's basically a collectionista's dream, right? Will it be like building? I doubt it. I think what they're going to do is make like a general house that you can expand and like probably have some layouts and you can like expand different areas of your house, but I doubt you're going to be able to build it like brick by brick, if that makes sense. Yeah, like I think it'll be like New World style or like FF style where they give you the layout blueprint, you can probably expand your, you know, housing with gold or something, and then what you really can customize is the stuff in your house. So like, you know, whatever it may be. Okay, cool. Okay, so a couple of things here. Sorry, if you want to watch the orchestra, just go watch it on their thing. I don't really care for it. So a couple of things. Obviously, things are a little fucked right now. I guarantee the Cars and Goblin patch are yoinked roller beetles from Guild Wars 2. I never played Guild Wars 2, so I don't know. Probably. Although it sounds like they're not going to let people fly next patch because of this new super fast vehicle. I don't know about that. Okay, so a couple of things, chat. Obviously, I just took 4 days off. We have a few things to go over. A big chunk of it is I finally did get to reinstall Windows, like a complete clean install. It was an absolute nightmare. I had to transfer 10 terabytes of data. It literally took a day and a half just for that. But it seems like it fixed up a lot of stuff, and I was able to get Windows to the current version and all that. Even like the little swirlies at the top for whoever pays attention to that. If you guys remember, they were like giga slow when I started streaming because my CPU was like completely overloaded. So that seems to be cleaned up. So fingers crossed that helped with a lot of stuff. But as you've noticed, some of you, with that reinstall has come some issues. Twitch is currently capped at 720p. I think I found the issue. It's some new Twitch feature that I didn't know what it was, and I checked it off in the newest version of OBS, and Yeah. So I'm gonna have to restart stream real quick to fix that, and YouTube as well. Well, YouTube should be 1440p. It's just a Twitch thing. What else? The echoing thing. I actually don't know why. Is that the only thing that's echoing? Is just Breeny's alerts? Just the stream alerts? Like my voice isn't echoing, the Warcraft thing wasn't echoing, nothing like that? Correct. Okay. Did that echo? Because I think that's from Trigger Fire. Trigger Fire's also echoing. Okay. Interesting. I'm unsure as to why. But anyways, we'll tackle that. Let me restart the stream real quick. And we will get our 1080p back real quick. Let me just double check what this thing says. Manually setting bitrate. Okay. Okay. I will be right back. High school duel? What the fuck? Okay, be right back.